Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Tega. If you're new here, you're very welcome. In this video today, I'll be showing you how to make this one shoulder asymmetric blouse. So guys, let's just get started. I'm gonna be using A4 paper for the pattern drafting and cutting. So I've taped two A4 papers together, and this will represent one side of the blouse. Also, I'll be making use of centimeters instead of inches as the A4 paper is small. You want to mark your shoulder first. So the shoulder I'm working on is 16 inches, and 16 inches divided by 2 is 8. So you want to mark your shoulder there. I'm going to be making use of the entire width of this paper. And if I were to draft it on a real pattern paper, that will be 30 inches. So 30 inches, right? Next, you want to add your shoulder to waistline measurement. So I've marked 17 inches there, and your shoulder to hip line, and I've marked 24 inches. So I'm going to make the marking again across the width like that. So and rule a line across. That's my waistline and that's my hip line there. So you want to make your marking as well. You only need your waistline and hip line. Now you want to go ahead and make the marking for your neckline. So here I'm gonna mark 1.5 inches in from the shoulder line. Remember, we have 8 inches for the shoulder, half of the shoulder. So you want to come in by 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to mark 2.5 inches there. So we have 2.5 inches, right? You're connecting it to 1.5 inches in from your shoulder. And that would be 6.5 inches. 6.5 width, neck width, and 2.5 inches neck depth. So we're gonna move on to the next stage, guys. Instead of the normal shoulder line of coming down for the slope by 1 inch, I'm just gonna come down by 2 inches by the sleeve opening. So you wanna mark 2 inches there and connect it to the neckline. So you want to connect the 2 inches from the sleeve opening right to your neckline. So I'm not making use of the 1 inch regular slope over there. So you need to ignore that and connect it right from your neckline to the sleeve opening. So I want to add my horizontal measurement. So you want to divide your waistline by 4, your waist circumference divided by 4. Make the marking, add ease allowance, and add sewing allowance. You want to add 2 inches for your ease allowance. So the same goes for the hip line. You want to divide your hip circumference by 4, add ease allowance, and sewing allowance. For stretch fabrics, you don't need any ease allowance. Just take your measurements as it is. But because you're going to be using a non-stretch fabric, you need to add the 2 inches ease allowance and your sewing allowance. No matter the measurements you've taken on your hip line, you need to blend your hip line to the waist. So now I've increased the waistline a bit. As you can see there, I've added at least 1 inch more, right, to blend into the sleeve. That's what I've done there. So I've blended it into the sleeve, on the waistline to the sleeve. And what I'll do, I'll come down by 1 inch there, right, and connect it right to my waistline. That's it. So you want to do the same. Otherwise, you want to keep the line, the previous line, waistline if you want, or come down by an inch. And I'm gonna come in again by 1 inch and draw out my sleeve opening. So that's it. So that's my sleeve opening connected to the waist, then the hip. You want to add your hem allowance. I'm going to take 1 inch for that. Don't forget to add your hem allowance. 1 inch, then I'm going to draw it out and connect the line from the hip line right to my hem allowance. So next I'm gonna just scribble down what I've done there. I've come in by 1.5 inch from the shoulder line, guys, and the depth of the neck is 2.5 inches. The width is 6.5 now. I haven't taken 1.5 off. So I'm gonna draft the other side of the top. Remember, the neck is one shoulder, so the other side of the shoulder is off shoulder. So what I'm gonna do is to place the other paper on that, and I'm gonna tape them together. Apply sellotape, and I'll show you what I'll do here. So I haven't done that. I'm gonna draw out the neckline. So the same shoulder measurement I took on the other side, which is 8 inches, I'm gonna take the 8 inches there, and that's extra 4 inches there I've added. So I've got 8 inches shoulder measurement and 4 inches extra. So I'm going to connect it right to the one I've drafted before. Can you see? One side is wider than the other. So in total on the other side I've got 12 inches. That's 8 plus 4, which is 12. And on this side I've got 6.5. If you want to look properly, that's 6.5 there, and that's 12 inches. So this is how I'm gonna cut the top. You want to fold your top back like this and start off by cutting. We finished drafting the pattern. So here I finished cutting. So I'm gonna cut the neckline according to this shape. I'm not gonna cut the 12-inch side. I'm gonna cut this first. Next, I'm gonna open up the pattern. Right, I'm gonna open it up and cut the other side of the neckline. Can you see it there? So I'm gonna cut that bit now. That's it now. That's the 12 inches on that side, and that's the 6.5. Don't forget the neck depth is 2.5 inches. So this is what I would use to cut the front and the back pattern. This is all I need for the front and back panel, guys. So we finished. With the sleeve, we're gonna make some gathers or pleats, whatever you choose for your sleeve. You can either gather it up or pleats. This is an alternative for elastic band. The elastic band is an easier option. Or alternatively, you want to cut a wristband. So you want to measure your wrist and cut the band and attach the band, right? You need two, one for each side. So you want to fold that band like that, right? It's gonna be like that around your wrist, right? So once that is gathered or pleated, you make sure the band works all the way around. I can't demonstrate this properly because this is on a paper, so You're gonna have something like this, so you get the idea of the gathers or pleats in a band, or like I said, use an elastic band. You might not need to cut any band, just fold in 1 inch by your sleeve and use an elastic band. You will need to cut a facing for the neckline or use a bias, whatever you choose. So if you're gonna use a facing, you would have the facing like this. Then you wanna place it on the fabric and stitch across, right? Stitch all the way around the neckline, and that's your facing. You apply the facing to both the front panel and the back panel. And with your band on the sleeve or elastic, whatever you choose to use, this will make a beautiful top. So guys, this is how to draft this pattern. Very easy, and you can easily imagine the end result from here. I'll be making use of this pattern paper in inches to make mine, and I hope to show you the end result in one of my videos. Guys, if this video has been helpful, remember to subscribe, press the like button, press the notification bell to notify you anytime I post a new video, and I'll see you in my next one. Till then, look after yourself and bye for now.